Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over update KDA. If you happen to land here, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit a subscribe button, help me out. I'd be greatly appreciated. So I ask you for do something for free, and perhaps if you want to make a donation to the channel, I have links down in the description. I'm not going to shill coins like some other ones do. We're going to go off the data. So if I'm saying I like a coin, it's because I like it because of what it's telling me based off technicals and maybe some fundamentals too. So not because of what somebody's paying me. So here's the deal with KDA. The overall picture, I've been hunting around for KDA on all the chart data. So here's the deal. I had it before on TradingView and I was missing data. And then, this is what it did back here is in question. If anybody knows of another chart that maybe has more data, that would be very, very helpful. But looking at KDA, it does seem based off the RSI that here's its initial wave, corrected that back up onto this third wave. And you can see that's likely a third wave peak for KDA based off the RSI. And it's gone up and now it's corrected all the way back down here and you have a good RSI. KDA, just based off the RSI down here in the weekly chart, if you put your line from here to here, KDA is definitely onto something new. You want to be careful it's not correcting up and then swinging back down. I don't think so with all the confluence that's going on in this area with KDA, and also too because of my thesis of why I think Bitcoin is forming a bottom right now, or already has at 17.5 and is a process of doing another step, if you will, on Bitcoin doing a bottom. So with KDA though, you have good areas of this has dropped 95%, and the signals on the weekly chart are telling you that this is time to look for a buy, not a short, right? Like I would be looking for buys right here. I would be looking to go long here on KDA, not going short. I don't even think you can short KDA. Maybe you can, but so a good drop, nice three-wave swing, and it's comparable to this wave. It went down 85%. This is 95%. So this was a bigger wave, so you'd expect more of a correction, and it looks good on the confluence. If you can see the touch right on top of that wave, that more than likely KDA is making a expanding diagonal, in my opinion, and expected that if it has enough momentum to do it on this wave, it'll be able to blast near the all-time highs of $22 to $28 in a wave down here in the RSI once the cryptocurrency markets go bullish. So it'll be down here for a while and then boom, 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 and then boom, and you'll have your divergence. So on KDA, for me, it's not a long-term hold. It's not a long-term hold. Because if the price is up above all-time highs and you have this, that will be your exit signal, okay? So be careful of a coin like KDA, guys, going into it long-term. As you can see, it does 85 to 95% corrections. And once KDA is done here, just as an example, I'll let you guys know, you want to plan this out ahead. You know you got a 1, 2, potentially a 3, down for a 4, and maybe up for a 5 or like that. Well, KDA is going to correct this cycle over here, and more than likely, since it's the whole cycle over here, it's going to do another 95% drop all the way back down to potentially $2 or $3. Okay, I'll keep the video up and we will see if KDA will do these moves in here. If it starts running up, make sure, not financial advice, you take profits along the way. Okay, just because it's going up into a fifth wave, it does not mean it's going to break that, but more than likely it is. Why? Because it's in a diagonal. And for diagonals to be legit, according to Elliott Waves, for diagonals to be legit, they have to at least break that third wave target. Okay. Otherwise, that's one of the rules that I follow. So if you know you have a diagonal and you get confirmation of a diagonal for KDA here, because the fourth wave is where? Right on top of the first wave. Boom. That's where it bounced off of. So more than likely you do have that. That's why I'm telling people it's going to go just beyond all-time highs, more than likely. If it is an actual diagonal, if this is the pattern the KDA, what I'm saying is if the pattern of KDA is this diagonal, more than likely you're having a shot like that. Okay. And then you want to exit out of there because now it's going to correct this whole diagonal after it's done there. So 85% here, 95% here, it gets up there and it'll be another 95%. It's the nature of cryptocurrency, guys. That's how it goes. So everything looks good. And then you have more confluence with the, let me go to a daily chart. A little bit more on this, excuse me, a little bit more on the trend line here, okay? And it's going a little bit outside the trend line, okay? That's not a concern for me yet with KDA, guys, just because the other confluence, you see the trend and it's working its way out of there. So could it come back down to this trend? Possibly it could, and then make its way back up in there, guys. So you have a lot of confluence. It looks good. You can see it came down, corrected, touched here, and then in this area. I actually think the low is over there for KDA. I was expecting it to go to 95 cents or something like that. Was my initial target. Didn't make it, but that's typical for me. I have lower targets usually. And then you can see this is your nice fourth wave. That's where they like to correct to. And then on top of its first wave over here. There's a lot of confluence and signals for KDA telling you that this likely is a bottom and a staging zone for KDA to what? Go back up, in my opinion. So once the cryptocurrency markets have an inkling of bullishness, especially total 2, the total 3, you know, the altcoins and Ethereum, and then on down to the other cryptocurrencies, a coin like this will get ready to rumble, if you know what I mean. Where this low ended up, I have been doing some research into KDA. It's either there or there. It does have a nice diagonal off the bottom here. That's good. And then it corrected it. So the correction is a flat. I checked it out. So it corrected down. It corrected down from here. So it ended in this area right here with a throwover on the diagonal. And then it corrected all the way back down here. Does it have more to go? It could, guys. I mean, KDA right now is like, it's weak. It's weak because you can see that's a 2.618. It hit that and it's still wandering around into those areas. So could it come back down to this trend? It could, guys. So what am I doing? From here, I slowly just picking up a little bit of KDA from time. If it comes back down here, I'll get some more. And then the line in the sand should be about $1.37 for KDA. That's the area. You see the bottom of this wave, the bottom of that wave, $1.37. Don't think it's going to make it down there. This is just a process of KDA is weak. And the reason it's weak is because it's done a 95% correction from the top. So lots of people are bearish. They don't buy it. I saw the poll about KDA, you know, and it was like, I think 40 or 60% said it's just going to be $1 for the next year. So, you know, everybody's bearish, so it's weak. Nobody's buying it. All the hope is lost. So it's down there just going, oh, I want to go up, but I can't go up because nobody likes me anymore. That's what it's doing in this area. So I'm picking up a little bit. And then if it drops below 137, not financial advice, then I have to either exit or reconsider what's going on with KDA. But that's not like from here to there, you're looking at 10 to 12% loss for potential over here gain. Okay. So if this is a 1-2, and it could be, looking at the numbers, let's take a look at the numbers on a retrace from that way to there. It's a serious, that's a serious retrace in 90%. Not uncommon for a second wave. Some people are like, oh, if it goes beyond 786, it's really weak. It's probably bearish. Yeah, 90% correction for a cryptocurrency is not uncommon, guys. It is not uncommon. This, like I said, if you want to be real tight, let's say you're buying it in here as an example. Again, not financial advice. You could set your pivot point for the $1.49 and also the $1.46. And there's another one right there at $1.45. And then you got one there, $1.41, and then the ultimate one right there at $1.37. I mean, this is a good zone to, to have a decent potential trade to the upside, even if it just swings up like this. You got a 10% loss for potential like 25, 30% gain, or even more, maybe 40%, 42, and you start looking at 50% gains. Not too bad, not too bad. You could potentially have a zoom up here a lot more than you would in Bitcoin, in my opinion. So I'm not sure if you can add leverage to it. Not recommending to do any leverage trades, but you know what I'm saying? Can ramp it up a little bit if you like. But otherwise, guys, the overall picture. So I'm just going to go and zoom out, back out to the weekly, and just look at the overall picture of it. And to me, it looks really, really good. It's decent. It's on to something new. And, the concern is it came outside the trend a little bit. but that's not uncommon for them to come outside the trend and then pop back up. Okay. It's the same thing with parallel channels. You throw a parallel channel on an asset, they like to go over, kind of like this, over a little bit, and they like to go under too. As a matter of fact, when you have throw unders on parallel channels, usually that can be a signal that it's going to have a big wave to the upside. That can be that signal. But otherwise, KDA doesn't look too bad, guys. It really actually is looking at a pretty good area that, me personally, like I said, not financial advice. I know I'm repeating myself. Just want to make sure people are clear about that. Edutainment only, that I'm looking at it for a long opportunity because it looks really good. And then based off this whole move, wave 1, 3, and what is it missing? It's missing a 5. It's missing a 5. The RSI is telling you right down here, it's missing a 5 wave like that. And then you have your 1, 3, 5 with your divergence. And then I'll be on to the next correction for KDA. If you made it all the way to the end of my video, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.